Hey Thomasin, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
It's quite good, isn't it? It's quite good. I think it's quite
I
good.
think so.
um, Being a Brit myself and seeing Soho pretty much every single day as I live in London, I see it every single
Oh
day.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your scenes in the Toucan and whether Edgar told you about the pressures of pulling a pint properly, because to us Brits, pulling a pint properly is a big deal. So, did it take you long to master the skill of pulling the proper pint?
Do you know, I'd like to say that I was a natural at it. I mean, and it is quite addictive. Once you get started, it's hard to stop. I would be like, if we were filming like in the toucan and I was pulling a pint at the end of each take, I'd go, I think we might have to do that again. I don't think I quite got the pouring right in that one. So let just give me another take. Um, yeah, I became quite addicted to it. But I did go to the toucan with Edgar and Christy, the writer, before we started filming. And because Christy used to work at the toucan, and so she's the one who taught me how to pour a pint.
Oh, that's cool. I used to drink in the Toucan, which is it's so strange, but I never knew Christy worked in there. That's maybe
Yeah,
she served me one day. Who knows?
yeah, maybe.
There's so many amazing kind of aesthetic things going on in the film, but I wondered what the challenges were for you and by extension for Anya of doing the kind of duplicate scenes where you're kind of in scenes together, where you're walking past mirrors or you're dancing with Matt. How challenging was that for you guys to get right? Because I imagine it must take a bit of, you have to get it kind of spot on to make the seamless
Yeah,
transition.
it was definitely a bit mind-boggling. I think I had a lot of fun doing it, to be honest. It was unlike anything I'd ever done before, having to mimic someone and their movement so exactly. But it was really fun to be kind of, because in the scenes with Anya, a big part of my role was just to observe, really, which is quite a weird. I felt a bit funny sometimes, just like kind of always standing in the corner just watching. But yeah, I mean, I just love Anya's performance in it, and I love Matt's performance in it. So it really was kind of an honor just to be able to watch them do their thing. Yeah, I had a really great time, and it was a great bonding exercise for Anya and I to have to do all the mimicking and all the mirror stuff.
I imagine if you didn't know before, obviously not being from England and from London as you are, the lure of Soho is so big, and there's so many people that
Mm,
love that part of London. Can you
yeah.
see the attraction? Have you seen when you were making the film just how
Mm.
alluring that place is?
100%. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Soho while we were filming last night in Soho. It was pre-COVID, so I was able to, freely walk around the streets and get a sense of that environment and the people that spend their time there. I was able to go to a few plays. I went to Sweet Charity and to the Harry Potter stage production, and I had an amazing time. My family was there with me, and we just we got to explore a lot. Um, and also, I think I'm very lucky to be able to travel so much for my work, because it's such a cool thing not to be a tourist in a new place, but to actually get a sense of what it is like to live there. Yeah, I loved it. If I were to move anywhere, it would be London, I think.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure to talk to you as ever, and I
Thank
hope the movie
you.
goes well for you.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey, you